hello everyone, and welcome back to yet another video from your favorite man-child, Super Jesus Jackson. I don't give a shit. I haven't done a movie moment video in a while. I have done like a movie review. I did Morbius, but this time I figure I gotta analyze and react to a movie scene. And in this case, I figured I'd pick one of the most classic movies ever. And this is actually a movie I recently watched. I know. Please crucify me. It's a movie that it was long overdue. I should have seen this a long time ago. But I'm glad I did it now because I'm a sentient human being, and I'm not like a 5-year-old kid watching a movie that he's not supposed to watch. I am a 20-plus-something-year-old. And I'm sort of able to understand. But of course, you see it in the title. This movie is Gladiator. It is an absolute classic directed by the great Ridley Scott. And really, this movie is like a 9.8 out of 10 for me. And the 0.02 is one thing that I kind of dislike about the movie. And we'll see it in this scene. But I don't know if it was just a 2000s thing. Maybe it was an early 2000s thing that every director was doing the same thing, and it was just this effect that everyone was kind of utilizing. I don't know, or maybe it's a Ridley Scott thing. I'm not a super, film director connoisseur or film connoisseur in general. So maybe Ridley Scott does this with all of his movies, but we'll see. But this movie, essentially, for those of you who are not, well, if you haven't seen this movie, honestly, stop watching this video, go watch the movie. This movie is 22 years old at this point. It's kind of sad to think that, but it is. It is 20 plus years old, this movie. Absolute classic, won Best Picture and a bunch of other awards as well. Russell Crowe's, I would probably say, biggest movie, right? It's the one really that was... if that makes any sense. And Joaquin Phoenix, oh my God. I didn't know that he was in this movie. And he is definitely one of the greatest actors ever. He might be my favorite. I would say even better than Russell Crowe, even though Russell Crowe just is like right fucking here, you know? Joaquin to me is like right here. I think it's just because of some scenes that he does. Just really heartfelt scenes that Russell Crowe does as well, but I think the heartfelt scenes really hit home a little better with Joaquin, but no disrespect to Russell Crowe at all. Definitely not. Okay. Don't crucify me. I probably need to stop saying that. I love Jesus. Jesus is one of my favorite historical human beings ever. 100%. So, no disrespect. Jesus. But here we are. We're going to analyze and react to it. God, I mean, this is the one that I thought about immediately, okay? The scene that I wanted to kind of react to and analyze. There are amazing scenes in this movie, but this is the one that just hit immediately to my head the first time I was like, oh, I want to do a movie moment. I'll react to that. So I'm going to go with the gut. But here we go. Maximus kills Commodus. Basically Hamlet, in a way, which reminds me, The Northman just came out, basically Hamlet as well, but it is a nice twist, and it's fucking amazing, and you should go watch it. The Gladiator. Alrighty then.
Quintus, sword! Give me your sword! Sword! Give me a sword!
Sheathe your sword! Sheathe your sword!
Fuck! Thank you for supplying that video, All Action. Please sponsor me. Oh my god. Okay. Not gonna lie, that little end thing kind of killed it for me. I was really in it, and the fucking music just scared the shit out of me, so. No bueno. No bueno. Respect the scene. Respect the movie. Okay, but I understand you're trying to make a living. I get it. Thank you, All Action. I love you. The reason why this scene jumped out at me immediately when I wanted to react to and analyze a scene from The Gladiator is the shot of Joaquin Phoenix staring into Russell Crowe's eyes. Commodus staring into Maximus's eyes with blood in his mouth, and his mouth is a little bit open, and he's just in shock, like, I'm dead. My kingdom is over. I've lost. And all the wrongs I've done, I'm paying for them right now. You know, it's like that look of like absolute disillusion and loss and embarrassment and shame. That's what that is to me. And even in the beginning, a little bit of nuance that I found kind of interesting. I like how Commodus is looking up into the light, and he's wearing all bright, attire, which is a complete contradiction, because he is an absolute pile of dog shit, like of a person. And the things that he's wearing just fully contradicts who he is. It really goes to show you that the devil, doesn't look like a devil. He looks like an angel. And then Russell Crowe, of course, he's a slave. He's a gladiator. He's grimy. He's earthly. He's real. He's natural. He's not fake. And Commodus is looking up while the gladiator is just kind of either looking down or looking forward. I don't remember, but I like the contradiction there. And obviously, let's not forget, Commodus stabbed Maximus, I believe, in like the rib. So he went into the fight essentially handicapped. It just goes to show you how much of a piece of shit Commodus is, but also just goes to show you how much of a coward he is and how pathetic he is, because he's still lost when he handicapped Maximus. So they go up, and the music is incredible here. Oh my God, the music gives me chills. It is so just royal and epic, and it's got that Roman feel to it, and it's just like, good Lord. It's beautiful and it's powerful. It really just exhibits the final fight scene in all of its essence. I love the faraway shots that Ridley does, and you could very much still hear the clanking and clinking of the swords and just the choreography of the fight scene is just amazing. Now here's where I'll mention the thing that I don't like. I don't like the fucking like effect that nowadays you can do in like Final Cut Pro like easily, or an iMovie, but just, you know, like the jagged kind of like, you know, detached type of, you know, fucking 5 frames per second, you know, sequences that it does. It's just jarring, and it's weird, and it takes me out of the action. This is something where maybe at the time this was like super hip to do, or it was new and innovative, and it added to the, you know, the fight, and it added like tension and power to the fight. But really, to me, it just bothers the shit out of me. I'm just like, oh my God, no. Like, and, you know, and there's plenty of sequences that the choreography has that you would think would be done in that slow-mo way, just to kind of like, so the audience can either see what's going on better, or for the filmmakers, and, you know, to kind of get away with cuts and stuff like that, with that sort of, you know, jarring and detached type of filming. But no, they do it in like the places where you would not have it, you know, like when someone's just kind of standing still, or when someone's kind of trying to do something slow-mo, like, you know, I mean, I understand, like, you know, when you know, Commodus pulls out his little blade, like if it was just a quick thing, like, you know, I understand, like, maybe the drama wouldn't have been as grand, the tension wouldn't have been as much if it had not been slow-mo, but I don't know, I disagree. I think at the end of the day, you could still do it in a dramatic way, or in a cool way where it still captures our attention fully, and we don't need to see it, you know, fucking 5 frames per second, you know? But other than that, that's the only thing that I don't like. But it still doesn't manage to take me away fully. I'm still invested, and I still love what I'm seeing. And God, man, I mean, just, I love the scenery. I love everything. I love the sets that they do for this movie. I love the soldiers kind of around, the Praetorian guards, if you will, around the two fighters. And I love how cocky he is, you know, and then as he's losing, he's like, give me a sword, and everyone sheathes their sword because of the command of the guy, the general, which, fuck that guy, but also kind of not, because he ended up helping him towards the very end. But also it's this thing of like, dude, like, you fucked him over at the beginning, but whatever, you know, he redeemed himself, okay, you know, he's going to heaven, I think. And this is a little bit further into the scene, but really it's kind of connected. You know, I love how Maximus is out of his element. Obviously, he's dying, and he's having visions, you know, like of his wife, his children, and his home. We see the you know, the beginnings of that. We don't see it fully yet. We see that when he dies. This is a later scene, but here in this scene, we get little glimpses of it as he's fighting Commodus, and just absolutely brilliant. And it goes along with this thing where, yeah, death is awful and it sucks, but it's also one of the most beautiful experiences you will have. And I believe this is scientifically a thing. You know, when you are near death, or you're dying, you're in a coma or whatever, your brain releases DMT, which is the same thing that is found in psychedelic drugs. And it gives you that euphoria, that feeling of ego death, the oneness, you know, this kind of heaven-like feeling where you reached paradise. That's why a lot of people who have comas, you know, say like, oh, I went to heaven and came back. It's your brain, you know, it's in a way, it's kind of your brain is on your side, and your brain is like, don't worry, like, you're going to be okay. We're going to be okay, you know? It's kind of beautiful. And so that's what happens with Maximus here. And obviously, oh my God, as the audience, when we finally see Maximus kill fucking Commodus, it is one of the most satisfying moments I've ever felt in cinematic, in my short cinematic history. 100%. It's just incredible. And I absolutely, and I love that he kills him with his own blade, just like in the same way, right? Commodus killed his father. It's the same idea, you know, blood killing blood. And that's what that switchblade was. You know, it came right out of his fucking damn wrist, and it went straight into his neck. And it's just, and it was also performed by a supposed friend, you know? So there's a lot of, you know, there's a kind of a metaphorical layer there. And that's just fucking absolutely brilliant. And also to further the fucking layer, Rome was now siding with Maximus, the gladiator, you know, and it was, again, the people betrayed Commodus, and Maximus technically betrayed Commodus because Commodus betrayed everyone, you know what I mean? Like, and so it's an eye for an eye in every sense of the word, and in this case, there's multiple fucking eyes. He gets dealt with the hand that he wanted to play with on the table. I don't know if that makes any fucking sense, but maybe you blackjack motherfuckers can tell me that it does. Oh, and also Hippolyta. I call her that because she was the one who played Wonder Woman's mother. She's gorgeous. But there we have it, everyone. That was my favorite scene, and I believe the best scene from Gladiator. And it was the scene that ultimately I wanted to go with, and it's the first one that popped in my head. It's the one that connected with me on an emotionally powerful level, just because of the brutal nature of it and the bluntness of it. But again, that scene where he's dying and he's fucking seeing visions of his wife and him, you know, fucking touching the wheat, you know, and him arriving to his home, you know, that fucking hits home as well. But this scene, I believe, I think is objectively better at the end of the day, just because it truly is the climax of the movie. It truly is the part where you're like, like you're right at the fucking peak, you know, and then when he dies, it's kind of the beautiful descension. But there it is. Let me know if you've seen this movie. Let me know in the comment section below. Did you enjoy this movie when you watched it? Do you not fucking like it? Do you hate this movie? If you do, please tell me why. Let me know if you agree with me in the comment section below as well. If you liked this video, give it a like. If you disliked it, go ahead and give it a dislike. It's no worries. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this content. But that's it for me. You guys take care. Stay safe. And until next time, I love you. Reminds me of Home Alone. I love you. Bye-bye now.